Alright, Bob Buckley here with a frontline disc golf form review. We got a backhand review today for Rsavage. We got Ryan on the right here, Dan on the left. I'm going to go through real fast and play the form through, and then I'll back it up and do my review. Okay, so I like to see people starting with the disc up by their chest. When you start with the disc up by your chest, you're allowing yourself to go from point A to point B to point C in a straight line. You can go, oops, back it up. You can have the disc here from A to B to C. That way you don't have to worry about bringing the disc up to your chest and then back, or more commonly people like to swoop and then pull through. So, start with the disc up by your chest. You want to get this left hand off your disc. What happens here is when your left hand is on your disc, some of the pros do it. Dan does it here just to check its angle, but if you're actually grabbing onto the disc, what happens when you go to do your reach back? This hand is going to, the disc is going to follow that left hand and cause you to curl. Your reach back timing is early, very early. We want to see you wait until your front foot comes out of the X step, and that's when you want to do your reach back. So your reach back right now is already peaking. You shouldn't even be starting your reach back until right now. Your right foot and your right hand should act in one motion. If you watch Dan over here on the left, you'll notice that as his foot comes forward, his hand goes back at the same time. It's almost like it's one movement. We also want to see with a smaller X step. When you have a big X step like this, it turns your hips backwards. As you can see, with a nice small X step, you can keep everything pointed at your target the entire time. We also want to see you looking down your target and not looking away from the disc so soon, or looking away from the target so soon. So we want to see you reaching, you have your shoulders turned, which is the hard part. We want to see you reaching back here, not across your chest. Because what you're doing is, in order to get the disc to where it needs to be released, if you're reaching back like here, all you gotta do is pull through and you get to stay on the same line. When you reach across like this, then you gotta do what we call rounding to get the disc to go where you need it to, and a lot of times you release over here and you'll release to the right. So it's hard to see in this shot here, but as we come through, you'll see that your wrist is curled. We don't want to curl our wrists, it'll happen naturally. So as we get you to reach back here, like that wrist curl will go away automatically. And you'll see in Dan's form, right here is where his wrist curls on its own. He gets into this power pocket and his wrist naturally curls. That's where the snap comes from. The second half of your form, I would say from about here on, is really good. So you get that elbow out, which is the hardest part for people to do, and because it's dark, it's kind of blurry, but you get this elbow out, which is really hard for people to do. You have a really nice weight shift from your back foot to your front foot. And you actually are able to pull this disc straight through on a level plane. A lot of times people will swoop down and then they release it nose up. So you're actually getting the disc out flat, which is really good. You do a really nice job on the follow through as well. So those are your main points that you want to work on. The smaller X step, and reaching straight back. And your reach back timing. You want your reach back timing to start at this point right here as your foot comes forward. Yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully you learn from it, and hopefully you use it to get better, and we'll see you out there.